Hello, my name is Lisa and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to start my Americana journal. Now you might have seen a hint of this if you saw my Margaret Miller challenge, because I kind of debuted it, showed it, sneak peeked it on that video. But this is a journal cover that I've made. I do have a laser machine. If you ever stop by my Etsy store, you'll see some stuff I sell for junk journal things that I accumulated, I got extras of, and then I also have got my wood signs that I make. So I kind of put the two together for this one, and I was thinking about, I've seen people engrave things onto wood, and I'm like, well, why don't I take one of my kits and see if I can do that? So the Americana kit that I'm going to be using is, let me pull it up here where it's from. And I should have wrote it down beforehand. So sorry. You know, don't think of these things until I start working on it. There we go. Okay, it's from the Wild Sunflower 1233 shop. I will put a link in the description which I got it from. Because I don't want to totally, I think they're great. I think it's a beautiful kit, but I don't want to totally lead you astray. But yeah, look, I just have a ton of, whoa, don't fall out. Just have a ton of these fun grungy kind of label things that I've been cutting out all morning. So yeah, but I digress, as they say. All right, so this is one of the pages in the kit, the Americana kit from Wild Sunflower. And so what I did was I was able to transfer the page to my laser, and I was able, oh, this side, yeah, printed it, no, oh, I flipped it, that's what I did. I reversed it in my system because I liked this side better, but as you can see, it's a mirror image because that flower's over there. I liked it more than I liked this one because that had a big opening spot. Okay, so I think that's great. I think it's beautiful. I love it, but I was also thinking of possibly watercoloring it to just highlight it a little bit. So I did put some watercolor on this piece, and by the way, I didn't explain, so that's going to be the front of the journal, that's the back of the journal. I did cut out the holes so that I can string ribbon through it, and then I cut out the spine and pre-jilled the holes because I'm going to have 3 signatures for it, and I'm going to go ahead and tape these together when all is said and done. But since I knew this was the same kind of wood, I kind of went through to see how watercolors would work and how they would dry on it to see if it would work. So I think it's going to work. Obviously, if you're seeing this video, it does work because I'm a little leery. This took about an hour to engrave. So, I mean, I could do it again. It's an hour's worth of work, but I'd rather not. Yeah. All right, so let me, I'm going to pause the video for a moment, and I'm going to get my watercolor paints ready to go, and we're going to see how this goes. Okay, I am back. So, I think I'm going to start with the sky because it is a little bit bigger. I do have a pretty inexpensive watercolor set, nothing fancy. I think I got it at Joann Fabrics? I think so, maybe. All right, so here goes nothing, as they say, right? So we're gonna start up here, and we're just gonna spread. So how is your day today going? Hopefully well. It is technically the 4th of July here. And it's quiet so far, knock on wood, as they say. Haven't had the crazies out yet. Starting to blow up things. But I'm sure they'll be starting soon. I just have some paper down, just in case, as you saw, I kind of went off of it a little bit, just to make sure I don't know how much watercolor is gonna want to stain my mat, but I mean, so far so good, I think. Now I did notice that when I did my sample centerpieces, they did dry lighter because I think they absorbed into the wood. But starting lighter is probably not the worst thing in the world because you can always add something, but it's hard to take it back. And if I was a professional painter, I'd probably have different size brushes to be able to get into these nooks and crannies, but well, I just absolutely love it so far. I don't know about you, but I just might have found my my way to make future journal covers. Take one of the digital pages and make a cover. This kind of all started with I was talking about, if you've been to my channel for a while, I've been talking about doing a retro kit, which a lot of pinks and blues. So I was looking to do a fabric cover because I do a lot of fabric covers on my journals, and I went to Joann Fabrics looking for some. I got a bunch of fabrics, but they were just too bright. I needed pastels. I did run across a pastel butterfly one, but I'm like, I don't know if butterflies really do well with that. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I can do a cover like this with the kit, and I couldn't really land on a page of that kit to engrave, but I saw this one and I'm like, well, I'll do this one because it had the same colors as the retro kit because it's got the pinks and blues. But then I'm like, oh, why don't I do the Americana kit, because it is 4th of July after all. But I absolutely love that, and it is almost dry already, which is awesome. I'm loving this. This is so cool. All right, so I'm not going to paint the whole thing because that I think would be kind of crazy. I really just want to get some hints of color. So I'm thinking I'm going to start painting some of the flowers. And yeah, I think red's an appropriate color for this. So let's see if I can get some of this to be red. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. This is very cool. Yeah, so I might have to I might have to start doing journal covers like this a lot. Now this is the first time I've tried to paint with anything on this, so I don't know. I'm guessing acrylics would work. My husband does have lots of acrylic paint. He's the one that paints most of my stuff. All right, let's do an orange flower. But the only reason I thought watercolor would be better is because it would still be see-through enough to see the engraving parts of it, like the lines of the flowers here, and not covered up completely. And I haven't worked too much with the Tim Holtz, like the, what's he got, I don't have them, the Distress crayons, I think, are Distress markers. Haven't worked with those, so I'm not sure, but I wonder if I can get a yellow in there. I am loving this. Loving, loving, loving this. It's definitely a, it's subtle, that's for sure, but it's not strike you in the face as, oh, but that was really kind of what I was going for. It's kind of like those vintage photos where they hand tint them. Kind of reminds me of that. Now, I am not a painter by any means, so I'm sure that if you were a painter, I was a painter, I could go through here and add some different colors, highlights, and I might experiment with that. I mean, this is like the second time I've used this. Ooh, there's too much water there. Second time I've used this watercolor set, and the first one was just to put like splooches onto some index cards, just to add some background color. Never did any art stuff. Yeah, pretty. I'm trying to be all fancy, adding a darker color in there. I think it's kind of hard with the... I wish I had a brighter red, but that just might be impossible on the brown wood, because this being a brighter red would be so nice. Cool. I like it. Well, I think I'm going to call this a success at this point. So I have a feeling that you'll be seeing this video. And as I was pulling this over, I just had a wave of panic run over me. And I'm thinking, I'm going to drip onto another part, and then how do I get it off if I drip onto another part? So I gotta figure that out before I go too far and do something I regret, as they say. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so cool. Sorry, I gotta lean it toward me to see if I can see if that flower ended there or if I gotta go a little further. I gotta go a little further. Not that it totally matters. But yeah, that ended up being a nice color. Okay. All right. Do I dare try to put some, I don't know if I could get any green on those trees. Maybe I could try to put some green down here. I was hoping to get some green in the trees, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think they're too dark. Well, it seems to be going on the darkness. But I don't know if it totally makes sense We're just doing parts of this. I think it's okay. Nope, I gotta go higher. It's interesting because it looks like it's even changing colors. Like I started with one shade of green and it seems to be changing, but I did not change the color. It's hard to tell totally when you're not looking down on it. And some of these are a little bit deeper because they're engraved a little darker and deeper, so they're kind of in gullies versus sitting on top. Okay. I wonder, I might be tempting fate here, but I wonder if I could make that purple. This could be tempting fate. I need to add a little bit more green down there. Get that up a little higher, I think. I probably need a smaller brush. But we're gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I definitely could probably use a smaller brush. But I think it's working out okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Of course, it probably went with, I could have looked at the picture and realized that that was green, but there's little flowers underneath there, but yeah, it's just a interpretation of it, right? All right, so I think what I'm going to do is try to get a little bit more green in here. Just to kind of pull it up from the base. It was looking a little odd there. Yeah, that looks better, I think. You might be like, oh, she's off her rocker. That does not look good. Right here a little bit. There we go. Get the base of that flower. Yeah. if it really matters if it goes a little bit bigger than the area that it's at. I think if you look at watercolor painting, it kind of does that in general, if I'm not mistaken. Should have asked my husband his thoughts on it. He's the one that went to school to be an artist. I went to school to be an accountant. There's a bit of a difference. Just a bit of a difference. Alright, so I'm going to make those flowers purple, even though they're not purple in the picture, because I'm going to pretend whatever this plant is, it is a purple flower plant. Yeah, that's a purple flower plant. Okay. I like it. All right, so do I tempt fate and try to color some of the water in? Probably not. Some of these flowers I think are a little too embossed. Hard to tell. Brighten them up a little bit with a little color. I gotta know when to say when too, right? Isn't that the other thing? You know when to stop and not overdo it. Oh yeah, I like that. Just add a bit of color to that. Just wanna add a bit of depth to the mountain here. Mountains are gray, right? Sorry, I got all quiet there. I kind of forgot I was doing this, but all intense, right? All right, a little bit of dirt on the mountains. Get rid of a couple of the spots that got a little darker than other. I think I can add a little bit more water to them. Kind of spread it out a little bit. I like it. Yeah, not too bad. Just get the tips of the mountains. Yeah, I like it. Not totally sold on the green down here, so I might have to play with that a little bit, but I think in general, I like it. Yeah. I think I do. I think I do. All right, I don't know if I want to paint any more flowers. I don't need to paint the, I was thinking about painting the lake at some point, but I think that is just too involved with the other stuff. I'll let it be. And like I said, the trees were something I was thinking of painting, but I don't know if they would. Yeah, I don't think they're necessary. I did that side because I'm probably putting a little bit of the tape on there to do the sides together, so I thought that would be a good place to try to do that, but not necessary. Yeah, I think I like it. See if I can get those purple flowers a little bit more purpley. yeah, I think like with anything, you just add a little bit more if you want it a little darker. Yeah, I like it. I think I'm gonna say I'm done. I think I'm gonna say I'm done. As I go to do something, but I see that a little bit blue, kind of a little thicker there. But it kind of looks like there could be, you know, some dark clouds in the far off distance, right? Yeah. Do some fancy shading. Look at me go. Okay. Stop, Lisa, stop. All right, well that is very fun. Very fun. All right, so I think I'm gonna give this a minute to dry, and then I will come back and I will tape, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna tape this journal together to get ready to put the signatures in. So I will be back when this is done. All right, I am back and it has dried. Now, it might be hard to tell, but while I was gone, I did take some coffee and I brushed it on to darken this up a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell that was the lighter side, that's the darker side, but I'm gonna insert that video real quick. Yeah, so I used the coffee stain to dye this, and then since I had some, I decided to do a little piece of paper, and also the doilies, because I wanted to see, it's been something I've been thinking about doing. So here is the paper. It's hard to tell, but it definitely is a little bit more dyed, so I might have to try that a little bit more. It didn't give as wrinkled of an effect, but I thought it was kind of interesting because it didn't really dye the front, it just dyed the back instead of like when you put a bath in there. So I thought that was kind of cool to try. So it's been something I've been meaning to try, and since I had that there, and I figured I could use some doilies for this project, so that's why I did those. Okay, so what I've decided to use is fabric tape to join these pieces together. I have done a video on this, and I'll try to remember to link it in there, but I did create this fabric tape using, excuse me, just fabric and a roll of carpet tape to create my own fabric tape, and it works really well. This stuff is really strong, so you can use regular tape too, you know, or Tim Holtz has some fabric tape. I've done that before with other kind of fabric just to glue it, but I didn't know if it'd be too good to glue this, so that's why I thought the fabric tape was going to be good. We'll see. Again, experiment, because I've never done it before. All right, so I'm going to start with, okay, I was measuring this out, and I need to put like 1/4 of an inch between the spine and this, because normally when you do like a chipboard spine, you leave a space, about how thick it is so that you can, you know, up and fold it. So I can't put it next to each other because it'll never fold because it'll be bumping against each other. So I have to put about 1/4 inch apart to do this. And if I do that, I was realizing after the fact here that I don't think one tape is wide enough to do it. See, it just touches it, and that is never going to make it strong enough. So I think I'm going to have to go ahead and put 2 tapes on there, maybe overlap them, and then I can cover something on the spine to hide it. But I think that's what I'm going to have to do for that. So this, as I noticed, is backwards too. I got to put the... All right, so this is... Yeah, there's the swirl. That's how it went. Okay. All right, so I am going to put this on the bottom, and then I'm going to put that on top, and then that on top, and I'm going to fold it up and close it. So I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it this way, so I have a better, keener eye strength on doing it, because this is kind of not a one-shot deal, but the stuff is sticky, so like once it's down, it's down. So this is where the fun part starts, and I probably okay. Nope, don't. Like, I can't touch it with my hand. I've done this before because once I do, it ends up sticking to my hand and I can't get it back off again. So I have to. Okay. All right, so one shot. So I'm going to put this as straight as I can. Trying to look at the side dots there to make sure I am straight as I can. Not too bad. I was hoping to be a little farther back and not cover it up, but probably should have done this side first. All right. Now, we need to leave 1/4 inch between. And how am I going to be able to tell? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Now I'll use this. We're going to have to just do our best to eyeball it, it appears. All right, not too bad. Okay. Close that up and close that up. Now, when I put the tape on it, the holes are going to be hidden, but I'm pretty sure I would be able to find them because I kind of know where they're at. And I should be able to find them. As I say that. Well, we'll have to figure that out. That is gonna have to be a future me problem. Okay. All right, so we're going to take the second piece off. So as I was doing, I'm going to make sure it actually does close. And it does. Okay. Oops. All right, that's gonna be interesting. As long as it closes, I think I'm good. Yep, we'll be good. Didn't think about that part. I think that next one I make is gonna be a little thinner wood. I'm gonna find, this is 1/4 inch. I'm gonna track down some 1/8 inch wood. I think that'd be a little bit better to do. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna put that on there. Flip it over. And there we go. If I do it that way, flip the paper up, or the fabric up. Okay. I think that worked. Well, it didn't work as well as I thought it would, but we'll get it. We will get it, I promise. That's probably what I should have done, is put the 2 tapes together. Alright, we just need a little bit of breathing room on there. Yep, okay. Okay, so we're going to put the tape on the inside here just to seal it in. And I think I still am going to do 2. Okay. I just want it a little bit shy of the top, just because I don't want this one to wrap around it all to the front. Where's my pin? There we go. Okay, and the last one. Once again, crooked. There we go, that's a little better. That's really short now. Oh well, nothing I can do about that. Oh, look at that. All right, little trial, little tribulation, little trial and error, but in the end, very cool. Like I said, I'll put a little bit of trim or lace on there. Kind of burnish that in a little bit. Same with this side. Well, at least now I know what to do better now that I've done it once, right? I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Right height, even. Like, I don't think it could be more even. Oh, I'm so excited. I was getting a little worried. If you can see my face on this end of the video, I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? This is not gonna work. I can't believe it. And yeah, it ended up working. I'm so excited. I got little fabric snippets here for things. Wow, very excited. So, all right, well, I'm gonna call this video done. The next time we get together, for this, I'm gonna put the signatures in. I'm gonna figure out a way how to find the holes in here, and I'm sure I'll be able to figure out how to do that. Probably go through some light or rub them in, and I probably should be able to find them once I rub them a little bit. Yeah, because I know approximately I went 1 inch up and then centered, so they should be right where I'm thinking they are. So, all right, well, that is going to be it for today's video. If you like the video, even with all my trials and tribulations, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see future videos on this and other things I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you come join us. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when they pop up. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you that has stuck with me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And that is going to be it today for me today. As usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.